Expression of Jordan McNair come out of the balloon a little bit after the news of Eric. Do you attribute any of it today to just hard to find it out?
Yeah, I think that has a factor for sure. It's just that's reality, right? Definitely plays a part in it for sure.
Also bad forwards.
Pardon me?
You also lost some forwards in the game.
Yeah.
Left the game.
Yeah.
It's very short bench.
Yeah, we ended up with 3 lines of 3, and I thought they played well, like, to be honest with you. 3-2 in the third, and pushed the face guy that we didn't pick up there on the Fabry goal, and then we had the puck on the 5th one and turned it over. So I thought the guys dug in and did a good job. Giuseppe and Skinner ended up 15 combined shots. Like I'm not saying that was a line because they were all over the map, but some good efforts by them. Got to get a little bit of a look at a sample of Phil in the middle, which he's done in the minors. So we'll see.
How big a void is it, Eric Stahl?
Well, it's going to be a void for sure until we figure out a way to fix that. That's a 6'4" center who plays 20 minutes a night. We're a good face-off team, and he's a part of that. Obviously the power play today, no opportunity to work on it, and the bench got shortened. Some of those guys play on the power play, so we had to get thrust into situations just on the spur of the moment. So it would be nice to have practice prior to playing Jersey, but that's not the reality. But we do have a good pregame skate, and that'll be more like a practice.
Such a young team, a learning point for a lot of young guys seeing a real part of the business here.
Yeah.
How do you use that as a teaching tool to continue on and keep these guys motivated?
Well, the business part of the game will happen until 2 o'clock, or sorry, what time? 3, I think, Eastern, 3 o'clock tomorrow. So the business part of the game is well in effect in all 30 NHL cities. So a lot of speculation and everything else going on amongst guys. It's a tough time of year because you're changing lives. We talked about that earlier, but it's part of the business.
Nash, Versteeg, and McClement, are they all injured or were some held out?
Some held out, some injured.
Bill, I guess 18 or 19 games left, and I think there's a positive way. The last time you lost 3 in a row was way back at the end of November, early December.
Yeah.
Pretty remarkable, but it also should weigh heavily on the playoff race too. Again, younger players, you think they'll keep their focus real well despite the odds being a little longer?
Oh yeah, no, I have no worry about that. Once we get through tomorrow, I think everyone's going to be nervous as imaginable until they get on the plane tomorrow. And then, even then, depending on what happens, we don't know what's going to happen. When we get on the plane, we'll try and figure it out, and then if we need to get guys from the American Hockey League, we do, and if we acquire guys in trades, we do. Like, it's a dynamic time here in the next little stretch.
How do you as a coach deal with a big trade like that?
Well, you think you know it's a possibility, right, obviously, but when it happens, it hits you. And then it'll hit a little bit more here later tonight. There's no time, probably got the news. It was late, we were starting the meetings, we had a 1:15 meeting, and it was after 1 o'clock, so the game card is already filled out with a minute. That's what you gotta do, you go through the same routine, you expect them, you gotta prepare as if he's in, and then when he wasn't in, then obviously we made some adjustments.
You spoke to us before the game briefly about Eric. Another question about him. When you came here, it was your first time,
Yeah.
and that's a huge opportunity, and that connection with your captain is important. Can you kind of give us just a sense of your initial impressions of him when you came here and getting that comfort level that, okay, this is a good start of my work?
Yeah, well, you know what, it was really, really good. It was in my office, it was right off the hop. I don't know what the question was, and then his response was so accurate, so 100% correct, that I knew he was all in. It was impressive. So, I looked at it earlier, when you look at this franchise, the Hartford, Carolina, he's either, I don't know exactly where he is, but you look at the Carolina portion of this franchise, he leads in everything. Won a cup in 06 at a young age. In his draft class, he's got the most points, most goals, and on and on and on. This guy's had a great career. It's not over. That's the thing that's exciting for him. He'll be sitting there, the same thing, there'll be a little kick in the gut, a little empty feeling, and then when he gets to New York, I think he's going to be energized and a chance to win a cup. And that's why you play, as you get older. If you're a competitive person, that's what it's all about, and believe me, he's a competitive person. He's been great. He was a great captain for me, and that's definitely a boy.
And then you have an alternate captain and his brother who now has to deal with that adversity, but also probably has some pretty good opportunity to take hold of something here, don't you think?
Oh, I do for sure, and he's already started to do that, obviously, with his play in the last 8 weeks now, 10 weeks. He's been excellent. You know, you've got, you know, you look at that line, you look at the Nestorcell injury, and all of a sudden now Eric being traded, there's some things changing, so some stuff we control, some we don't with the injury, obviously, but we're gonna have to make some adjustments and tweaks and things and find, I think that's a pair of Nordstrom and Jordan Stahl. Now we're gonna find a winger that can go in there and kinda complement those guys and still have that be a really effective line, because we need it to be a really effective line.
Do you think you'll name a new captain? or
No, no,
too late in the
no,
season?
too late, too late, and you know what, that stuff takes time, and then there's a lot of time before we need to do that. What happens is you go into the summer, and then you'll go into training camp, and the World Cup of Hockey will be on, and then almost prior to the start of the season, your roster will get set, so we gotta wait, we'll wait.
Did you
We'll
get a
see.
chance to talk to Eric before you left?
Real quick,
Just wish you good luck.
it's hard. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.